think about this journey, I get full. Woo. I remember 10 years ago when Barry Donaldson sent that email that wasn't supposed to come to me. It was to another Lisa, and somehow it landed in my email account. How many of you know God makes no mistakes? Whew. And to think all that has happened in 10 years. To think I lived in a 2-bedroom condo. Even though I had a good job, I was still struggling to get by. Anybody know anything about that? Having a good job and it's still not enough? And getting this email and Barry saying, I remember it, he said, do you still have it in you? Because I had given up on this industry. I had done one other company. It completely disappointed me and let me down. And I said, let me go back to making money the old-fashioned way. And that's what I did. And I accidentally get this email, and Barry said, do you still have it in you? And I said, you know what? Because of the respect that I have for you, I'll give it one more shot. So Barry, thank you so much for this opportunity. And then I remember, many of you might relate to this, I remember doing my best, but I was just still getting moderate results. I was putting my heart and soul into it, but I was still getting moderate results. And I used to say, is this real? Can you really make money with this opportunity? But I believed. And my business at one point after I had my first child was on life support. Some of you are here this weekend and your business is on life support. You don't just want to be here, you need to be here, and you're praying for a breakthrough. If that's you, this training is for you. This training is for you because I've been there. And I remember leaving a national convention, needing a breakthrough, but going back to my respective city and taking all the knowledge and training that I had and deciding to put it into play. I remember Stan did getting through your chicken list yesterday. Give him a hand, was that a phenomenal training? I remember I had a chicken list. And one day I pulled up to a doctor's office and I said, no more chicken lists, because I was in pharma sales. And instead of taking my pharmaceutical bag in, I took my video phone in. This is when we did video phones. And I walked in that office confident. And he asked me, what is that you have? And that's when I told him about this video phone. And he stopped me in the middle of my spiel and he said, when is your next meeting? And nervous, I said, tonight. And he said, come back to my office and pick me up because I'm going to that meeting with you. He went to that meeting with me, and my business was forever changed. One person can change the whole course of your business. One person. That doctor got involved. He introduced Jerry Osung to the business, who then introduced Sonny and King Pinion to the business. They didn't know it at the time, but I was praying for a Sonny and King Pinion in my business. We were sitting around the dining room table, and they were like, is this real, Lise? Can we really make some money? And I said, yes. I was telling them, I was speaking it into existence. We started doing these meetings. We looked up, people were coming from all over Maryland. Then I remember right around that time, my neighbor kept coming down and trying to connect with me and knocking on my door, trying to find out what this business was all about. And that was the lovely Tashina Pettifer. You guys remember when we tell you that story? And we were all just believing that this was going to be our blessing. And then Tashina introduced Stan and Sharice. And this is a funny story. I was driving a Ford Taurus at the time. And when Darren and I got to their house, they lived in a really nice community. Their house was nicer than me and Tashina's house, right? I told Darren to park all the way at the end of the street because I didn't want them to judge the opportunity based on the fact that I was still driving my pharmaceutical Ford Taurus. So we parked all the way on the next block, and I came in confident that they were going to sign in and they were going to blow it up, and they did. And then Tupac came along, and Marty came along, and Barry Johnson, and Ian and Stella, they came through, Sonny and King. I mean, one person changed the whole course of this business. So when you go back to your cities, I want you to have the confidence to know you are involved with the most incredible and the best company in the entire direct sales industry.